Every week, 25 million Americans heard that familiar piano tune open their favorite show. But behind those few cheerful notes was a storm of tension, lawsuits, and creative wars that nearly destroyed one of television's most groundbreaking series. Carroll O'Connor, the man who brought Archie Bunker to life, was secretly fighting over everything from the music to the message. He refused rehearsals, filed lawsuits, and pushed back against producers, all because he believed the show had to sound and feel a certain way. What most fans never knew was that the theme song we all remember almost never existed. O'Connor's original idea was completely different, something that would have shocked audiences. The truth behind it all was a mix of betrayal, stubborn genius, and a vision of what television could become. It started in the late 1960s when Norman Lear came across a British article about a controversial BBC show called Till Death Us Do Part. It featured Alf Garnett, a foul-mouthed, opinionated man who clashed with his liberal son-in-law every night at the dinner table. The show tackled politics, race, and religion, things that American sitcoms stayed miles away from. Lear saw gold. He wanted to bring that raw truth to the U.S. and called it a real look at the generation gap. But years later, actress Sally Struthers revealed a shocking twist. Carroll O'Connor had seen the British show first and even pitched the idea himself before Lear swooped in and took it. That wound never fully healed. Struthers even said she once spent $40,000 trying to break her contract because Lear had insulted her appearance. The resentment ran deep behind the laughter America loved. When Lear adapted Alf Garnett into Archie Bunker, he didn't just make a character, he reimagined his own father. Lear's dad, Herman, was loud, sarcastic, and often cruel, famous for yelling, "Stifle yourself," at Lear's mother. Those words became Archie's most iconic line. Lear turned his childhood pain into comedy, giving audiences something real, flawed, loud, painfully human. But networks were terrified. The first version of the show, called Justice for All, was rejected. The second, Those Were the Days, tested well, but ABC still backed out, fearing controversy. CBS finally agreed to air it under a new title, All in the Family. Even then, they added a disclaimer at the start warning viewers about sensitive content. Mickey Rooney, the first choice for Archie, turned it down, saying he'd be shot in the street for playing such a bigot. Other actors refused too, until Lear found Carroll O'Connor. He'd seen him play a blustering general in What Did You Do in the War, Daddy? And knew instantly, this was Archie. O'Connor's mix of anger and warmth made him perfect. Jean Stapleton became Edith, after Lear remembered her from Broadway. She understood the quiet strength in Edith's gentleness, proving that patience could be powerful. Together, they built a family that would change television forever. The kids took longer to cast. Rob Reiner was initially rejected, and Sally Struthers almost lost the part to Penny Marshall, who was dating Reiner at the time. But fate intervened, and Lear brought them together. Even the theme song was a happy accident. The show couldn't afford a full orchestra, so composer Charles Strauss played the piano himself, capturing the nostalgic feel of family sing-alongs. Jean Stapleton purposely sang off-key to make it sound real. O'Connor hated it, calling it too simple, even suing during a contract fight to change it. He demanded $64,000 in back pay and 12 weeks off from a 24-week schedule. The producers were furious and even wrote a script that killed Archie off, ready to replace him with another character, Stretch Cunningham. But O'Connor refused to show up as a protest, and production froze for weeks. Lear secretly began filming episodes without him, just in case he never came back. Despite all that chaos, All in the Family changed everything. When it first aired in January 1971, nobody cared. It ranked 55th in the ratings. Critics called it vulgar and tasteless. But word spread. By the time it swept the Emmys later that year, everyone was talking about it. CBS reran the episodes, and suddenly the whole country was watching. By the second season, it was the #1 show in America, and it stayed that way for 5 straight years. One episode in particular made history. When Sammy Davis Jr. kissed Archie Bunker on the cheek, the audience laughed for 2 straight minutes. The longest recorded laugh in TV history. That single moment was so powerful, President Nixon ranted about it on the Watergate tapes. Lear's show broke every taboo: race, war, women's rights, even religion, and forced people to see their own world on screen. Behind the scenes, though, the tension only grew. Lear and O'Connor fought constantly. Lear said O'Connor was misguided. O'Connor said Lear doubted him. They battled over scripts, tone, and control. Their fights became legendary. But they also created some of the most honest television ever made. Jean Stapleton was the calm in the storm. After 9 seasons, she quietly left the show, saying she loved Edith but needed to move on. Her character died off-screen, and fans wept. O'Connor kept going with Archie Bunker's place, but nothing felt the same. Then tragedy struck his real life. In 1995, his only son, Hugh O'Connor, lost a long battle with cocaine addiction and took his own life on his wedding anniversary. Carroll was devastated. Just days earlier, he had begged police to arrest Hugh's drug dealer. When nothing happened, his son was gone forever. That day, Carroll did something few stars ever dared. He went on national TV and named the man he blamed, calling him a partner in murder. The dealer sued him for slander, but O'Connor fought and won. From then on, he used his pain to campaign against drug abuse, saying if his son's death could save even one life, it would mean something. In the end, Carroll O'Connor was more than Archie Bunker. He was a man who turned laughter into truth and tragedy into purpose. Norman Lear's All in the Family became the foundation of everything that came after, from The Simpsons to Family Guy to South Park. It proved comedy could expose what society tried to hide. Lear and O'Connor may have fought bitterly, but together, they changed American television forever. Their show made people argue, think, and reflect, not just about what was funny, but about who we really are. And as long as that piano tune plays, Archie and Edith will keep reminding us that even the toughest conversations can start with a laugh. So if you love stories like this from the golden age of Hollywood, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into the untold truths behind the legends.